Good morning, Vietnam. What's going on, guys? Zuri here, and it is a gorgeous day. I'm gonna see if I can share this with you a little bit. Oh man, love it. Gonna get some sun tanning in today. Okay, today's topic, really important for your growth path, really important for the foundation of where it took me to get to my mindset to where it is today. And what we're gonna talk about is what it takes to be more attractive. And I don't just mean aesthetically. I don't just mean how you look, but actually how you feel. And to show up as more attractive with your peers, with other people that you're attracted to, and ultimately attracting those people into your world. And so what I have to share on this is actually a little bit of a unique thing, because I didn't feel very attractive for most of my life. I always thought something was kind of wrong with me. Growing up, I didn't have a lot of confidence. I didn't have a lot of self-esteem. My internal self-talk was brutal. It was really, really bad. And now my internal self-talk is maybe not ideal. It's not the greatest, but I love myself. And I wouldn't have been able to say that truthfully when I was a teenager. And looking back, it's just like I was so mean to myself, and I had all these horrible things to say, and people won't like me. I'm so stupid. I'm ugly. I'm not smart. All these things that were really not helpful in my journey, and I don't know if you can relate with that at all. But that's changed so much, and I don't know. I'm just so grateful on the journey that it's taken to get here of self-discovery, building self-esteem from within. And it's 100% possible for you. And when I say show up more attractive, it's gonna sound superficial, but a lot of this stuff is superficial, right? We live in a society that values beauty. We live in a society that values confidence and all these things. And a lot of this stuff is within our control. We all get dealt a hand of cards, and my hand of cards growing up was actually not bad looking back, but for whatever reason, I didn't know how to play them at all, right? And I think what we can talk about here is a few things that'll really help you show up different with your way of being, and change how you show up in the world, and ultimately change the results you get in your life. And so I think the number one thing is actually starting to take recognizing a spade for a spade and just saying beauty matters, right? People notice when you take care of yourselves. All your celebrities that you like looking up to, they have their own style, they have their own brand, they have stuff that they show up and do really well, and their uniqueness. So it's actually gonna take finding out what your style is, finding out what it is that is gonna separate you, and it's emulating people that do it well. Whose style do you like? Which celebrity do you click with the most? What kind of facial hair do they have? Are their eyebrows done? Do they do their hair a certain way? Do they have a perm? What kind of clothes do they wear? Do you like those kind of clothes? Are you business casual? Is it streetwear? Is it this hip hop? Whatever the newest trend, whatever it is. So actually seeing people online and not copying them, but being inspired to live up to the style that you feel is in alignment with you. And I didn't care about looks. I didn't care about style. I didn't care about anything in high school. I really had my own style. I was a skater kid, and I started working out and became like a gym monkey, and wore sweatpants to high school and stuff. And looking back, I was such an interesting kid. I'm not gonna toss any judgment that way. But one thing that I'm really grateful for, I had a roommate in university, shout out Al, and this kid was from Toronto, and he had sick style. He showed up with boots, leather jacket, and knew how to play the guitar. And I'm really grateful to have been roommates with him, because he taught me so much about style and actually how to come up with my own uniqueness and stuff like that. And I started emulating stuff that he wore. He wore some stuff that I had that he liked. I wore some stuff that he wore that I liked, and it was a really cool relationship. I learned a lot about that with them, and now years later, I've really now cultivated my own style, what works for me, what I like, and I'm really, really grateful for him and what he showed me there. Really helped me value beauty. This kid would cut his own hair in our sink, leave hair everywhere, but it was dope. He actually had some bomb haircuts. He had really cool hairstyles and stuff like that he could just do on his own. So like, shout out Al, thank you for inspiring me on this journey. So that's one thing, is just being a little bit more intentional with how you consume or how you show up with your style. Another thing is taking care of yourself, man. Brushing your teeth. You know, I just had coffee. My teeth might be a little bit yellow, but I use a charcoal toothpaste, and it just helps a little bit keep my teeth white. And I floss every day, or at least try to floss like 3 to 5 times a week. And what that does is it's taking really good care of my dental hygiene. One, it's going to save you money on the dentist, and two, it's just going to look nicer. You're not having all this plaque stored up on your teeth and stuff. And I actually got my eyebrows done for the first time ever in my life last week. And the reason I did it is girls really appreciate eyelashes, or not eyelashes, but that too. But they appreciate eyebrows. And they have such fine details. Think about it. They tattoo these things on their faces. And so I'm like, first off, it was like $4 at this barbershop that I went to. They cleaned them up. I didn't know what I was doing. I was really concerned that they were going to screw them up. But ultimately, I paid $4 for this thing. And I think it made like a 0.5% difference, or even a 1% difference. But what that does is that 1% mixed with me flossing every day, mixed with me grooming this beard. It doesn't look amazing right now. Mixed with me, doing a little bit of intentionality with my hair and like my haircuts and stuff and fades. All that stuff adds up. And what that could do for you is literally knock you up a few points on, and again, it doesn't, like I care about this stuff because it matters to me, and I know it matters in my work, and it matters in the way I show up in the world, and my confidence and my self-esteem. You can go up the scale, right? Looking back, I don't even know what I would have identified in high school. I was probably like a 5 or something like that. And by continuously working on myself, by going to the gym, taking care of myself, I have worked my way up this social status ladder, whatever you want to call it. And I'm not saying this to necessarily do this for other people. I just happen to choose these good habits that also show up well in the world. But for you personally, do it for you. The thing is, when I was probably like a 5, I felt like a 3, right? And then when I met Al and started working on my style, I probably looked like a 6 or a 7, but I felt like a 5 or a 6. And then my internal state started going up the way I would see myself and how the external world would see me. So what that does for your confidence is a lot. And again, I don't want you to do this for other people. I want you to do this for you. I don't work out today for other people. I do that for me. I do it to stay sane, to stay focused, to stay on my grind, stay disciplined. But as a result, I get to look a certain way that other people like. And it opens up doors. I'm not gonna lie. It opens up doors with opposite sex, people you're attracted to, and stuff like that. But that's not the reason I got into working out was to get girls, right, in high school. The reason I kept working out is so I don't go insane, right? And so it just keeps me focused and consistent, and keeps other things in my life consistent. So what I'm saying is, the reason I'm sharing out my eyebrows down, I wouldn't normally share that piece of information because it sounds kind of feminine and whatever, but who cares? I don't do my nails, but even taking care of your nails, right? Like getting these things taken care of, and actually like clipping them and not having hangnails or whatever goes a long way. Like girls notice these little things, and literally after I got my eyebrows done, within 24 hours, this girl I was talking to is like, hey, your eyebrows look good. You get those done recently? Like, you take care of yourself. And I told her, I'm like, I've never done this in my life. That's so funny you say that. It's so funny that you notice. But now this is something that I'll probably, I guess, continue to do that I never thought in my life that I would do. And so the reason I say this is I didn't always have a lot of internal confidence. I didn't have a lot of self-belief. I didn't particularly find myself attractive at all. And that's dynamically shifted over the last several years. And it took a long time, I'm not gonna lie, to rewire the brain patterns, to rewire the negative thoughts, to change your self-image. But it doesn't have to take that long. A lot of it can just be showing up and making a little bit of an improvement in each day. And honestly, like my routines and stuff are so like normal for me now that I don't even think about it. It's like unconscious. Like I just go to the gym. I just shave every 2 days. I just get my hair cut every 2 weeks, and it just becomes a normal thing that people think is going to take a lot of effort. And people say, why bother? Well, there's a lot of reasons. When you show up empowered, when you feel good, you're going to do good. When I felt bad, I did a lot of bad. I got into trouble all the time. I got arrested a couple times. I got into, I was like substance abuse, partying, and drinking my pains away and stuff like that. And pretty normal, I guess, teenage stuff. I don't know. Is that normal these days? Probably not. But as I started feeling better about myself, I wanted to do better, and I wanted to show up in the world better and actually have a little bit of confidence in myself to actually go out and achieve what I want and stuff like that. So, long story short, it doesn't take a whole lot. Be a little bit more intentional, Look at yourself in the mirror and say some affirmations. Say, I'm a handsome mofo. I'm a sexy beast. And try and not laugh. Actually, no, laugh when you say that. Look at yourself in the mirror. Say, I'm a sexy beast. I don't care if you think you're a 2, a 10, or whatever. You need to start rewiring your neural pathways. If your negative self-talk is bad, you're saying, if you're out in public and you're saying girls don't want to talk to me, I'm worthless, stuff like that, that's gonna be your reality. So until you start changing your thoughts and you start changing your reality, not much is gonna change for you, man. I'm sorry. But I'm not sorry. We can't be responsible with the cards we got dealt, right? What happens to us, the way we're born, right? Whatever. We can choose how we respond to it. I know guys that make very little money. I know guys that don't work out at all. They're the most unhealthy dudes ever. They're not that particularly handsome, and I'm friends with them down here, and they slay. Girls love them. They have a great personality, and they start taking themselves a little bit. But it's about your energy. It's about the way you see yourself. It's about the way you carry yourself, your confidence, and your inner self-talk that people are going to be most attracted to. But these little visual things that we value in society, working out, taking care of yourself, brushing your teeth, brushing your hair, getting a haircut, these little things make a difference. And if you want all those little advantages, spend an extra 15, 20 minutes on yourself, bro. That's all it takes. That is all it takes. And over time, before you know it, those habits become unconscious and your whole reality is going to change. And all of a sudden, you're going to go from an internal, the way you see yourself, as like a 3, a 4, or 5, into a 6, into a 7, into an 8. And then once you feel like an 8, your whole life will change. My whole life changed, even at a 7, man. 7 out of 10, 70% from 100% is like, if you're used to feeling half that, I'm excited for you. I really am. So yeah. Let me know what makes the biggest difference for you. It's a little bit superficial, this stuff, but it's not. It's really deep, and it goes deep rooted into our beingness and who we are as human beings. And, since the very first day, the most jacked caveman was probably slaying the cave woman. He really was. Think about it. It's just a primal thing. They wanted to have the biggest badass to be able to look after their family. Well, that's normally the biggest caveman, right? The guy who's like picking up the most rocks, killing the most hogs, whatever. This isn't as superficial as you think. It's a very human thing. So yeah, they probably didn't have nice beard fades and stuff back then though. Yeah. Anyways, let me know in the comments what you thought of this video. If you got anything, let me know. And I really hope you can take your internal measurement to a 10. Let's get there. Peace.